What's going on, everyone? Got the Sigelei 75 watt temp control, new box. It comes just like this without the tank on it, and of course it doesn't have a battery in it. You have to provide your own battery. Comes in a nice little plastic case. You know, it has a nice little cardboard wrap around it. It comes wrapped in plastic, all that good stuff. User manual, USB cord for charging it, warranty book. They call it a card, but I see several pages here. So I'm gonna say it's a warranty book. This stuff back in here so I don't lose it. So goes up to 75 watts. You turn it on and off just by pressing the power button 5 times there, or the button, fire button. Let's turn it off. There you go, let's turn it off. That's what it'll look like when you turn it on. And you very easily adjust between power mode or watts and temp mode just by holding down the plus and minus buttons. I can't see. And then select and press your fire button again. We're going to leave it on power mode because I don't have a nickel coil in here. Vapes is advertised. It's really a nice box. This silicone case it comes with, pretty nice. Now let's get down to the nuts and bolts of it. So, there's your one lid. It has magnets in it. Magnetic, so it doesn't screw down or anything. And bam, it has 2. No, that does have a battery wrap on it now. It's just clear. There's the insides. That's what it looks like without your lids on it. Your positive contact right here. There's your negative. The positive is a little springy. I found that the best way to get your battery in and out is to take both your lids off and just slide it in. It's really a pain. It's not the easiest way. Trying to think of what box I have that. I mean, like most other boxes, like your a DNA 40, or I haven't played with the 200 yet, or a lot of other boxes. I mean, the battery just, you know, you pop it in using the spring contacts or whatnot. Can't say I like the positive, how you put your battery in and take it out on here. I don't like that. It does work nicely though. They even have vent holes on the door, the lid, whatever you want to call it, which is a pretty good feature, I guess, for safety. If, say, for instance, their electronics fail and then, you know, you could have a battery vent situation. But otherwise, in a regulated device, I mean, there's not too many uses for vent holes besides to keep your battery cooler. But I mean, just the way it's designed, I mean, it's gone, you know. Now you're covering up your vent holes. Here's your USB port here at the bottom, and has some more vents down there. But I do believe that those are more for the electronics than actually your battery. .510's decent. There it is. It is spring. It's decent 510. It appears to be a copper contact. And they say it'll fire all the way down to a .05 coil. And I think up to 2.0. Goes all the way up to 75 watts. There we go. It's giving me 75 watts, just under 6 volts. The voltage, since you can't adjust the voltage, is really gonna, vary depending on your coil. But keep in mind, it's only a single battery, so they're not gonna get too much higher than 6 volts. I mean, I don't care what you put in it, you only got one battery, so it's not going to go too much higher than that. But so let's put a dripper on here and see how it does with the dripper. It does fine with the tank. This is the Triton, the new Spire Triton. I have been, excuse me, didn't wipe the juice off of my dripper from earlier, using it on my other box. There we go. Alright. 0.24, 75 watts. Apparently I should have checked my battery before I started this video. Battery's too low. It's alright. I keep plenty of fresh ones around. There we go. Turn it back on. Yeah, not bad. I mean, it's not horrible. It will actually work better using higher ohms coil. Like I said, the 0.4 in the Triton, I was getting 6 volts. I'm getting 3.4, and they'll only give me 50 watts because it's regulated. But it's not bad. It still hits. You just got to, if you're gonna be putting a dripper on here, you're gonna have to build a higher coil, higher ohms coil. Just because it only does 75 watts. If you have any experience with any other lower wattage devices, regulated devices like a DNA 40 or anything else, really, you got to build a little higher. And it really doesn't matter what they say it can do. Like, I mean, they say this can do a 0.05, but it's not going to matter anyway, because power. It's just not going to put out enough power for a .05 to really do anything. But for tank wise and a higher ohm coil, this would be great. It's really nice for a tank. It's really small. I mean, I know I have big hands, but there, we'll compare it to a Hammond. This is a Hammond B, and that's what you're talking about there. Size difference. So it's not bad. I really enjoy it. It works great for a tank. Personally, with all the high wattage devices out here, unless you're using the temp control on on a dripper, for a dripper, I don't see why you would want one of these to use a dripper on it. But for a tank, yeah, definitely. It's nice. It's very well built. They warn not to use it while charging, but it does. Supposedly, it is pass-through capable. I think they put that warning on there more to cover them in case anything does happen, which is always possible with pass-through. I wouldn't suggest using the charging port on the mod itself, and pass-through wise, I really wouldn't suggest using it at all. I haven't heard of any issues with the Sigeleis, but a lot of the other Chinese-made regulated mods that have had pass-through capability, or even, charging on the device, have had issues. So I just want to suggest that. I would suggest, definitely just charging the battery yourself. Putting it in a charger. I keep my Luck 4 right here next to me, so. It's a really nice screen. I like the size of it. Not too big, not too small. And hopefully, by showing you this, I won't have to see this on Facebook or anywhere else. When you press the button, it is going to show, your battery indicator there is going to drop, and that's just because it's showing. They didn't build it so that it shows the constant battery. All it's recognizing is how much power the battery is actually putting out at the time. So if you're firing it, of course the battery, isn't putting out slowly as much power. So it's gonna, when you're not firing it, that'll be what your battery indication is. And when you're firing it, it's going to go up and down just because it's regulated and how the device is built. But very solid. I mean, if you're looking for a smaller device, I think they're ranging between 50 and 100 bucks. I think that's the price range on them that I've seen so far. I haven't seen anybody charge ridiculous for it or anything super low either. But I think it's between 50 and 100 bucks depending on where you get one from. Think that, yeah, if that's your range and you want something smaller, you don't need a high wattage device, this is for you. It's worth it. I know I'll be using it for my tanks. It's very nice, very well built. Oh, one thing I have noticed though, the button is a little, I don't want to put this, it's a little janky. Best way for me to put it, not every time when you press that button will it fire. You gotta hit it, you gotta make sure you get a good solid finger on it. Otherwise it just won't fire for you. But other than that, yeah, it's a great device. It goes all the way down to, I don't even remember what wattage it goes down to. Yeah, I want to say it just goes down to 5 watts is the lowest you can get out of it. So not bad. I mean, I don't know why you'd want to vape at 5 watts, but hey, to each their own. I got it at 35 for the Triton. Well, I think that covers it. So, you know, try one out, check one out. If you're seeing me and you got your own tank, I'll be more than willing to let you try mine. Or if you got a drip tip, you can try my tank. Vape on, stay bearded, everyone. I'm out.